On the Balkans, I'm George Maximov and this is Dragons and Elves. The Balkans, where passion controls reason, reason fuels resentment, and resentment ignites violence. I love that little piece from Robert Kaplan's book Balkan Ghosts. It does describe our particular character, a mix between European and Oriental passions. Almost reads like a Greek tragedy filled with drama and deceit. Here everything is personal. Here the blood is thicker than water and it boils quickly and unceremoniously. It is true that the Balkan nations have a bad reputation both in European diplomatic courts and the history books of the West. Famously known as the powder keg of Europe, this region defies the so-called European civilizational norms and rules. But me being from there and living in UK gives me the opportunity to look for a totally different perspective at the things at hand. For me, that mysterious region is the real cradle of Europe, with old civilizations and ancient history, with amazing nature and old bridges. It is the place where the philosophy flourished and the students in the Athenian Academy under Plato were contemplating the world, where the Cyrillic alphabet was created in the courts of the Bulgarian Empire, and then it spread into the Slavic world, even to further Mongolia. The Balkans are the place where that shining city Miklagard, as it was called from the Vikings, but known to history as the city of Constantine, was the second Rome, brighter and stronger than the first, a shining beacon of orthodoxy in the medieval world. Here Nikos Kazantzakis wrote about the passion of Christ and that madness and melancholy of that Greek Zorbas. Ivo Andrić wrote the legendary novel Bridge of Drina, and Ismail Kadare introduced the world to the Albanian term Besa in his blood-filled driven novel Broken April. A little note here that Brazilian director Fernando Meirelles did an adaptation of that novel years ago, starring Rodrigo Santoro, and it's quite a good movie, I must say. It's set in Brazil. How can I forget one of my favorite philosophers, the Romanian Emiu Cioran, the person who gave us the most exact description of the perfect creature. For him, the perfect creature was an angel with a sense of humor. It's really genius, isn't it? All I'm trying to say is that instead of representing the Balkans as a mean-spirited place, conflict-ridden territory, where the only salvation is to escape, the West can explore the area from a different point of view. The videos on YouTube I hate the most are those travel vloggers. They go to Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, and decide to take a stroll in the Roma ghetto, comparing them to the Brazilian favelas. Then take a picture of a beggar, a dog with rabies, and a crying baby intertwined with some deep thoughts and hypocritical compassion. That's not my country. Is that your country? I've seen more crazy scenes in English Luton than in Sofia. Now, Imagining the Balkans is one of the best books I have read on the subject. The author is Maria Todorova, and it is a valuable read if you want to understand why the region serves as such a vessel of negative characteristics upon which a positive and self-satisfied image of the European has been built. This is what the author says about her book. The central idea of imagining the Balkans is there is a discourse, which I term Balkanism, that creates a stereotype of the Balkans, and politics is significantly organically intertwined with this discourse. When confronted with the idea, people may feel somewhat uneasy, especially on the political scene. I truly hope that my Balkan friends will tune in and follow the podcast. This endeavor of mine helps us to know each other better, to respect each other better, and although we speak different languages, to find a way of mutual understanding. Then if that happens, I will be quite satisfied. Because there is a hate and old unhealed wounds, blood that is not forgotten, and desire for revenge. History will always pull us apart. And again, I will quote from Robert Kaplan's book, Balkan Ghosts. In the Balkans, the past is not over, it's the lens through which the present is viewed. Reminds me a lot of that line from Ulysses when the character of Stephen Dedalus declares that history is a nightmare from which I'm trying to awake. Now, we can talk a lot about the political issues and broken relationships between states in the region even today, but we will need a very long dive into the quicksand of Balkan politics. And the goal of this video is not to focus on detail, but to gratify my sincere observations. Bulgaria, Romania, Greece and Croatia are already members of NATO and European Union. That means security and economic stability, and that also means forgiveness and friendship. In the Western Balkans, things are not so calm and peaceful. Dayton Agreement has been contested, Kosovo is not recognized from 5 EU member states, and the tension with Serbia is always present. History can be a curse, and can be a nightmare. The Balkans are proving it. But every war has its peace accords, and every nightmare has its awakening. It's time to wake up now, because I believe a golden sun awaits us outside, and angels with a sense of humor. Be strong like dragons, wise like owls. I'm George Maximov. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you will. Until next time.